Well. It's the first league game of the Premiership. Yes, Premiership season. What to call it Premier League. We've made a load of signings. Not many, if any, sales. I'm incredibly nervous about how bad our squad actually is. And I still can't buy a defender. But I have already signed two. That sounds stupid. It'll make sense in a minute. Next, you're going to see, I think it's 3 little clips from before this game, when it's probably going over our end of season stuff and all of that good shit. And then we'll get straight into the transfers and the first league game of the season. We're away at Rangers, who just won the league last year. Send help. This is Quite Average Gamer. My name is Duncan. Welcome back to the Elgin experiment. Right, hi. No camera just now because there's no real point. The 5-year plan is coming out for like the next few seasons, whatever. Oh Jesus, I didn't even see that at first. You can't see my mouse. So far, play defense, solid football, counter time football. They're happy with that. Make the most set piece. Ugh. No, we're trying, but we're awful at it. Spend as much of the transfer budget made available at the start of the season as possible. Are you shitting me? Why do you want me to splash the cat? Anyway, I didn't know this was a thing. We're expanding the stadium? Nobody's told me this. So apparently we're expanding the stadium, which is awesome. I don't know when. So next season wants to avoid relegation, which, yep, that's understandable. The season after that, they want us to remain in the league. My contract expires. Then they want us to become established. And then in 5 years' time, they want us to challenge for a domestic cup, which is quite cool. There has been... This part here, I feel they've been reasonable. This bit here, they want me to spend £28 million. Mental. We're also going to England for a training camp. We'll be back in a bit. I don't know why I did it high pitch. We'll be back in a bit when we do the end of season stuff. And just like that, we're back immediately. So here's the new expansion plans that we're talking about. It's going to cost 1.4 million, which, I mean, I have 28 million to spend. Our balance is 29 million. That is terrifying. Anyway, it's going to increase capacity by 1,255. Build date starts today and will be finished by mid-December. Fine. It's going to take 7 months, and it means that we're going to have reduced capacity for a bit until it is open, which means if we were going to have any possible increase because we're back in the top division, that's going to be lower now for till December. So our end of season stuff next season will probably not give a true reflection on what it should be because of this. But yeah, stadium expansion, all good stuff. The Chinese investors really are going for it. Still terrified that they want me to spend 28 million. Don't know when I'm going to do that responsibly. I probably won't. They'll probably be unhappy with me, but we'll see. We will see. I am shitting myself for this upcoming window. Not gonna lie. Right, here we go. End of season review. Now, warning, I don't think you'll see anything here because I don't want to spoil it. We've already spent some money on a player. We have picked up a pre-contract for another, but the pre-contract is a fringe player. We've missed out on a couple players already, but again, it would have just been fringe players we're kind of just picking up at the moment. In terms of money spent, I spent, £500,000? I think, was it even as much as that? But it's not like we've spent a massive amount over 28 million. It is literally just a few £100,000 on a player so far. That's all. We've decided to not renew Cullen's contract. I wanted to offer him a deal with him being a fringe player. He wants to be an important player. Immediate breakdown. We move on. But let's look then at our end of season review. Now, I'm going to say that our signing of the season will probably have to be, for me, Sam Chambers. I don't think you could well, you probably could argue with. I think Kelly might actually win there. What's that? So 32 plus 5. What's that? 37 appearances, 21 goal involvements. Couldn't think of the word there. Yeah, so I guess Kelly's slightly better, but let's then look at the results. We've won the league. We had 82% attendance. Our top goal scorers in the league were both Elliot Miles and Sam Chambers, both with 10 goals apiece. And I actually didn't notice this, but we went undefeated in the league from December. Yeah, so well, I guess not December, but from the beginning of January. Then the last game we lost was the last game of 2031, but the whole year of 2032 in the league we were undefeated. That is the run that got us the title. And let's look then at our moments to remember. Our biggest win was a 6-1 win over Arbroath, a double from Chambers, goals from Rollins, Keenan, and a double from Bush. Our match to remember was a 2-0 win over Ross County, a double from Cullen, and our goal of the season came in our 2-2 draw with Hamilton, and it was Kelly who scored the free kick in that game. And one goal of the season. I see green and I see red, which means some positives, some negatives. But the biggest one, actually, is our reputation has finally grown. And we went finally from a 2-star team to a 2.5-star team, which does mean we'll get a higher caliber of player now. That is amazing. Sponsorship. Our sponsorship has went up compared to last season. So last season, which would be our first season back in the Championship, we only made £244,000 from sponsorship, but this season we made 301. Our broadcast revenue, however, dipped, but I think that'll be due to my failures in the cups. It was 283,000 last year. This year only 160. Corporate and hospitality, only £2,000 of a difference. 159 last year, 157 this. I'm actually not annoyed by that one being down. That's okay. Prize money's up, again because we won the league. Last year, 317,000. This year, 521. And our match day commercial and retail has went up by £1,000. It was 171,000 last year, 172 this. There's how we lined up then in that 4-3-3, and I don't think there's any shock players in there. Let's then look at the player awards. So our fans' player of the season was Sam Chambers. Yep, I would agree with that. He had a phenomenal start to the season and a very solid end of the season. Young player of the season, 24-year-old. Joel O'Halloran. Joel O'Halloran signing of the season? Bullshit. It was Chambers or Kelly for me. We know Kelly got goal of the season. Oscar Kelly finished as top goal scorer with 12 goals. Elliot Miles top assists with 9. And yeah, good overall. Relative overall stats, I guess. Andre was our highest transfer fee paid of £500,000, but Maxi Oyedele was our biggest sale at 2.4, and the fastest goal record was broken from Alfie Babbage on 20 seconds. What a season we have had. Next time you hear my voice, you'll also see my face, and I'll be showing you all of our signings before we kick off our league campaign. See y'all soon. Welcome in, everybody. We're doing the transfers first. And no, as you're about to see, I did not spend 28 million, nowhere near it. But let's start with the outs. Before, once the window opened, the player that we sold before July was Gareth Rollins. We sold him to Dundee for £375,000. We knew that Mongo was leaving on a free. Sandy Joyner left for Forge FC in Canada for £23,000. Graham Alexander has went out on loan to Queen of the South. Marty Ryan has went out on loan to Shelbourne, where he will join them permanently on the 1st of December, in a deal that, if I remember correctly, is worth about, there we go, £50,000. Alfie Babbage has left the club for a £250,000 fee, rising to a potential £325,000. And Kun Wa Lee has left the club for £105,000. We are still paying a percentage of his wages. That is okay, but he has left the club as well. Let's get to the end, shall we? And it all begins when players arrived, not when the free contracts started, I suppose. But the first player in the door was Chris McCarthy. We signed this 24-year-old on a free from St Mirren. partly he's a really good wing back for us at this level. I don't know, is that moved? Maybe. Decent Premiership, fullback, and he looks fine, to be honest. He's not amazing in any way, but he's not awful. He's only a fringe player, so if somebody else better did come up, we could bring them in. He didn't cost it, and he's on £1,800 a week on a 2-year deal. I am quite happy now with our left back options because we have him, we have Towler, and we also have, for 1 season, Tony Gallagher. He is there, he covers both wings, basically, and the wing back positions. Technically, he's probably a little bit better than our other options, but, you know, he is going down the way now. He is only a League One level fullback, but they're just pretty much being cover if we need it. Next, we spent £130,000 to St. Pat Athletic for Stephen O'Toole, 23-year-old attacking midfielder. Look at those physicals. I'm a happy man. Great balance, great natural fitness. Decent enough pace, but acceleration is maybe not the quickest. Good enough strength and stamina. In terms of his technicals, is really just the long shots that let him down. But he has been a good signing so far. 3 goals and 2 assists in 4 cup appearances, 3 of them from the bench. And we also spent £600,000, rising to £850,000 for the striker I have been chasing since January, in Declan Feeney. He is a 23-year-old striker, again from St. Pat's. He's a squad player, but he has pace, decent enough finishing. I'm pretty excited by him. He has got 3 goals and 1 assist in 3 appearances, 2 of them from the bench. Appearances, not goals, but he comes in starting striker for us. And then the rest. Nicholas Patrick came in, as we knew, on his pre-contract. Very, very good player. Partly one of our best defensive midfielders already, which is interesting. We then signed Kevin Mwanga on a free from US Orleans. He is playing for us as a ball-playing defender in the centre of our defence. He is a very experienced player, 32 Congolese international, who has spent what looks like his whole career playing in France. Oh no, went out on loan to Croatia for a season, but he just finished up a year in Ligue 2. Now he's came to us, and he's played a couple of games. He looks fairly solid. On a pre-contract as well, we signed Theo Avery on a 2-year deal, just a backup goalkeeper. Nothing special about me, he's just there to be a backup, you know. Seemed like a reasonable signing for us. He spent last season out on loan at Dunfermline. Now he's with us. We then spent £350,000 to bring back to the club Lee Keenan from Crystal Palace. We had him on loan last season, and we've now made that deal permanent. Again, his physicals are amazing. He needs to work on his heading. We know that. But the rest, he's okay for what we're asking him to do. Another former player who was on loan to us in the past, Lewis Miller. His contract was up. He was on a month-to-month contract with Celtic. If we were to sign him, like just approach him for his contract, we'd had to pay compensation of about £500,000. We agreed the deal of £25,000 for him, and he's come in. He's just a backup striker for us. We know he's not got the pace, but he has got 2 assists in his 3 appearances. No goals yet, but as one of 2 strikers, I think he'll be fine in that rotation. Mixed, we then spent £400,000, rising to £625 on a man who I'm just going to call Jan, because I have no idea how to say that name. We signed him from this team in the Czech Republic, and he has also looked very, very good. He's not playing as an attacking mid for us, he is playing as a deep-lying forward. And don't let that 9 finishing fool you. He has scored 3 goals with 1 assist in 4 appearances, 2 of which were subs in the cup games. And our last signing so far is Syed Dag for £625,000. He is our new wing-back, right-back. He is only 5'8", but he has been the best of a bad bunch for us. He's still a championship level player, which isn't great. Has got potential to grow. We'll see how we got on with him. Yeah, it's not been ideal. Trying to find players has been an issue, even though our reputation has went up. We've struggled to bring in genuine quality in some positions, but we are just trying to make do the best that we can. So then our Viaplay Cup group was Ross County, Brecon, Buckie Thistle and East Fife, and it started off fairly well. We played our strongest 11, Freddie Sands. Had a poor game, there we go, there's a surprise. And Declan Feeney got a double, Jan got a goal, and Stephen O'Toole. The three of them linked up very, very well. We actually started off that half playing in the counter-attacking style. We did change it quite quickly to control possession. Nothing changed other than player roles. No player roles, just the tactical style. But that happened in that game, and we stuck with that control possession for the rest of the games. But we made changes. We did go 1-0 down, though, against Brecon, sadly. They got the goal on 8 minutes, but Evan Towler managed to equalise with a penalty on 16, and Declan Feeney snuck in a winner on 89 minutes. But we then played Buckie Thistle and blew them away. Jan got a double, Elliot Miles got a goal, and so did Stephen O'Toole, before we annoyingly drew 1-1 with East Fife, but we did win on penalties, picking up 2 points, and we topped the group with 11 points. We have John Hibernian in the next round of that cup. Today we take on Rangers, then St Johnstone. I'm probably not going to come back for that Hibs game. I don't really... Yeah, we'd like to go past that round, but that's going to be a tough game. I'm honestly more interested to probably come back next episode for Celtic and Motherwell. But before all that, we do have 2 games to play. First, away at Ibrox to play Rangers, and then home at Borough Briggs to take on St Johnstone. I haven't looked at this yet, so this will be interesting for me. Season preview, I'm going to have Rangers to win, us to be second bottom, 8th. Okay. I could live with 8th this season. One thing, I don't think I'll see it yet. Team detail. Yeah, we're not going to see it yet. I think we're spending a lot on wages now. It's good to see us climbing up, but we'll see if we actually manage to finish this high up. So today we're doing our counter-attack, and this is our starting 11. We're 1 player off our current strongest 11, and here we go. Sands in goals, a back 3 of Keenan, Mwanga and Andre. Said, Kane, Patrick, who is a replacement for Villa, who's just came back from a knock, and McCarthy making up that 2 wing backs, 2 defensive mids, and then that front 3 of O'Toole, Jan and Feeney. On the bench, Diamond, Tynan, Villa, El Hadoui, O'Halloran, Towler, Chambers, Miles and Miller. Hornby is out injured, sadly, or he would have been on the bench, probably instead of Chambers. El Hadoui wants to leave because he doesn't think he's going to get his contract renewed for work permit. We had a year to extend, so we just triggered that. He still wants to leave the club, so we said we'd let him go if somebody bid for him. Thankfully, nobody's bid for him. I plan on using him a lot this season, but we'll need to see how this goes. I am still looking for a left-sided centre-back, pretty much to make Andre go to a bench option. He has signed a new deal, so has Villa. He's a squad player this season. He will be a first-team player, guaranteed game time next season. So I'm realistically looking for him to play backup this season and to continue developing and then replace one of Keenan or Mwanga, but most likely Keenan next season, and have a strong option on that left side. But we'll see how that goes. We may not be able to bring anyone in. I am struggling to find someone who can head, tackle, and mark. I can find loads who can do 2 out of the 3. Can't find one who can do 3 out of 3. That is frustrating me. But let's get to it. It's anxious and a bit unnerving being back in the Premiership after being away for, 2 seasons now? But I do feel like our team is stronger than it was the first time. The question now is it strong enough to actually manage to stay up, or am I going to be pissing in the wind again for a full season? Well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there? Let's get to it. We are in red and black. Rangers are in their usual home kit. And let's see if our front 3 can link well together and get through this Rangers back line. They are playing at 4-2-3-1 with 2 defensive mids. So, really, we're not going to have much space to try and exploit, but we'll need to see what we can do. And O'Toole just heads it straight to a Rangers player, and we are immediately back defending. But we forced them all the way back to the goalkeeper, which is fine. As long as we keep our shape and don't just give them space like that, it's 1-0. That was so shit from us. We parted. We just split open for them. We, honest to God, just went, oh, you want space, lads? Here you go. There's 6 players around him, not one was marking him. We're 1-0 down. Kieran gets ahead, but it falls to another Rangers player. Can we block the cross? We can't. Back post header. It's 2-0. This could be a rough day at the office. Yeah, this hasn't started well. Oh, this has not started well. Finney's picked up a booking. Do I even attempt to go to the control possession style? Is that a risk worth taking? I don't know. Oh, Patrick dispossessed far too easily. And they've hit the bloody post. Come on to fuck, guys. Well done, McCarthy, who's also on a booking, worryingly enough. Yeah, this has went badly. I'm just going to thrash my arms. I need to tell people to calm down. Feels weird I'm not telling Kevin Kane to calm down. But Jan, Patrick, Kane, Dag, Andre, Mwanga. I'm not happy, gentlemen, okay? I'm really not. We're just going to switch to that control possession style. Personalized. And we'll see what happens here. If we can control possession, actually just do a bit better while on the ball, I suppose. Would give me just a bit more, I don't know, food for thought. I really don't know just now. They found it too easy to break us down, which is the frustrating part. But they also have quality players, which we don't. Right, good header clear from Keenan. I'm going to bring off Feeney and bring on Miller just now. I'm going to take off McCarthy, bring on Towler just to see if that helps in any way. Bring off Andre, bring on Tynan just to try and make changes where I can. I think we have to bring off Patrick as well. He's playing awful. Oh, God. I wonder why nothing was advancing. I'd paused the bloody game. I mean, let's be honest. The game against Old Firm will always kind of be free hits for us. These aren't games we'd ever expect to realistically pick up points. Let's also bring on, I think, Miles for Jan. Jan's kind of struggling today. O'Toole can go out just there. Just move things around just a little bit as we try and really just do something to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. See if that makes any difference to us. need to wait and see though. Like I said, it is basically a free hit this game. It's just not the ideal way to start the league. Won the ball back. Miller shoots straight at the goalkeeper. Probably our best chance of the game on 80 minutes. Might be our only chance of the game, actually, now I think. Oh no, we had the corner. Did we really have a shot from that? I don't know. I don't know. I think we play St Johnson, we'll go with the control possession tactic, I think. And we'll see how well that serves us in that game. I mean, a 2-0 defeat's not... Generally, it's not the worst result for us, potentially, that we could have had here. They have hit the post, we know that. We've just looked every bit, you know, a bottom half side. That's a penalty. You're a fucking idiot, Kane. Tool. What a fucking tool. Oh, there's our old friend VAR. 3-0 is not the worst result. It's not the worst result. It's an annoying result for us, don't get me wrong. But it's certainly not the worst. Like I said, it was basically a free hit for us this game. We just didn't turn up. Just did not turn up. Looking at the stats of the players, Keenan, Towler, Miller. Well done, Miller. But these are the only players who can have their head held high. O'Toole's out injured now. Let's watch the goal, I suppose. It's only a good bit of play. Miles gets it to O'Toole. Slide tackle from Doyle injures O'Toole, but it does fall to Miller. Good finish from Miller. Gives us that goal. I can't sub off O'Toole. We're down to 10 men. Would a better central defender have helped us? I don't think so. I don't think that would have made any difference today. Maybe only to one of the goals, considering we would have been playing them. But yeah, it's just been poor overall. Good to see Miller putting in a good finish. Last time we had him, he hardly scored for us. I think he scored, what, 4 or 5 goals at most. But no, it's good to see him on the score sheet. Hopefully the O'Toole injury isn't bad. I am not saying that. Every time I've said, oh, you can be proud of that defeat, they usually hate me, so I ain't answering that one. Let's see how long he is out for. That is the worry. Okay, it's just a day. He's going to be out for a day, so he'll be back for the game. Cool, let's see what happens in a week. Join us in just a second as we take on St Johnson at home. But hopefully we play a lot fucking better. Welcome back to the second game, and we've made a signing. His name is Kenneth Manuel. He is English-Filipino. He is a 6'2" centre back. He looks fine. He's come in as a squad player. We've promised him first team starting football next season, so he'll be a squad player this season. Realistically, he's the second best centre half we have. So, well, he's there. Mwanga will now go out to the left-hand side. Keenan will keep the right, but it'll probably between him and Andre for the foreseeable. That is only change to... Oh, no, it's not, sorry. Villa comes back in at the starting 11 today. We are going to play control possession. That is only 2 changes to the starting 11. Andre replaces Ben Diamond in the subs. I could not think of the word there. But yeah, that is where we are. I forgot to turn heating off earlier, and I am fucking dying. Ooh. Right, this is a match we probably should be winning, let's be honest. This is the type of team we've got to be looking to take points off of this season. Can we manage it? That is the big question. The board are unhappy that I have just shown an unwillingness to spend their money, which still baffles me to this day, but it's not as easy as that. I could have went and spunked all the money on players who would be vastly overpaid for their ability just because what I'd need to have done to get them in. And even then, we probably still need to spend the same again to replace those players, where I can just try and be smart and purchase at reasonable prices for us, on reasonable wages for us, and try and improve that way. And even with someone like Kunwa Lee, who was fine for his last season, he's went to a club in our division and we've had to pay a percentage of his wages because wages were too high. That's kind of where we're at. This isn't exactly a league flush with money. So yeah, I still think we're probably going to have one of the highest wage bills in the league outside of the Old Firm. We need to be playing like a team that has that though. That's the issue. Will we manage it? Who knows? Right now our wing-backs are having a poor game, which isn't good to see. And we're 1-0 down just from completely poor defending. We don't have anyone in the edge of the box. It's passed straight out to the lad, who passes a ball into the box to a guy who is also unmarked, who gets time to turn, pick his spot and put it home. Awful defending from us. Absolutely awful defending. And we go 1-0 down. Horrific. Oi, oi, oi. Deflection off free kick wins as a corner and a save from the goalkeeper. Can we equalise just for half time? McCarthy, right-footed left back. Okay, it swings in the corner, but it's comfortably caught by the goalkeeper. Oh my god, we're shit. We are actually shit. I know we have some people who are still probably just adapting to things, and I get that, but right now we are playing horrifically bad. Oh, both wing-backs are not performing again, so I'm going to bring on O'Halloran and Towler. Defence looks ropey as well. Let's just bring on Andre even. Let's bring on Sam Tynan. That's four defensive changes to try, and we're 1-0 down. It's not helping us create chances, but it sure as hell might help us defend them. The wing-backs will help us create if we can get the ball out to them on the wings. The fact we only had 2 shots today is disgraceful, in my opinion. I'm going to bring on Miller for Feeney. Let's see if Miller can make it 2 for 2. That is a question. Oh, it's going to be 2-0 here, isn't it? He's still unmarked. They could do the same routine again. Oh, he delivers it in this time. Back post. Caught by Sands. Well, this is disappointing, isn't it? This is our last chance to get a point. Taylor delivers the corner. Tynan, can he get it to someone? Don't pass it back. O'Halloran, you've got to put it out wide. Out to Towler. Oh, you're a fucking twat. Full time, Elgin 0, St Johnson 1. Not happy, man. Not a happy man. Yep. Oh, right, I'm going to go. I'll go away. I'll play the Hibs Cup game. I'll play Kilmarnock and Hearts in the league. We'll come back for Celtic Motherwell once the window's closed. I might have made a couple of panic signings by then. I guess we'll find out soon enough. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a thumbs up. It greatly helps out the channel. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.